Staffworks presents the 2020 Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Awards. Now here's your host, Executive Director of the Chamber, Megan McGrogan.
Good evening, and welcome to the 2020 Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Awards presented by Staffworks. I'm your host, Megan Fraser McGrogan, the Executive Director of the Greater Utica Chamber. It is my pleasure to serve as your host this evening. Now, before we get started, in case you've never heard of our organization, I wanted to take a minute to let you know what the Chamber is all about. In a nutshell, we exist to connect the community. And one of the ways we do that is by recognizing all of our businesses and organizations throughout the year, like at tonight's Business of the Year Awards. Now, we're really excited for this year's format to be debuting on TV. Typically, this event would be held as a luncheon, and we're really excited for this opportunity to make the awards accessible to the entire community. So we really hope you enjoy getting to know all of these businesses. They have so much to celebrate, and we're so excited for the show. So before we get into the awards, we're going to hear a few words from our sponsors, starting with our presenting sponsor, Staffworks.
Staffworks is at work in every part of our community, helping power your success by finding the right people to fit your needs. When you partner with Staffworks, you work with an experienced recruiting team who understand your industry and the challenges of finding the right fit, putting thousands of people to work every day, from entry-level manufacturing to high-level professional services. Together, we're building careers and growing organizations. Put Staffworks to work for you.
This year's Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Awards is presented by Staffworks and brought to you by the following sponsors. Thank you to all of our sponsors for your support of the Chamber and for making this show accessible for our entire community.
At GKG, we're all about community and donation.
We feel it's extremely important to donate our time whenever possible.
Through our volunteer positions at the Chamber and other not-for-profits, we're able to do just that.
Cheers to all the businesses for making it through a tough 2020.
And congratulations to all the finalists and the winners. Cheers.
Cheers.
FX Matt Brewing Company Incorporated proudly supports the Greater Utica Chamber's 2020 Business of the Year Awards. To learn more about FX Matt Brewing Company Incorporated, visit www.saranac.com.
My name is Robin Bates, and I had a double bypass. I had the best care ever, and I still say to this day, if it wasn't for Dr. Elamir, I would not be here today.
Part of my mission, both in training as well as medical school and now as a medical provider, is to make a difference in the lives of patients that we take care of.
I would recommend this place to anybody.
Advanced cardiac care, we do that here.
A&P Master Images proudly supports the Greater Utica Chamber's 2020 Business of the Year Awards. To learn more about A&P Master Images, visit www.masteryourimage.com. This is the 2020 Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Awards. Here's your host, Executive Director of the Chamber, Megan McGrogan.
So, what do you say? Should we find out who some of our winners are? Let's get into our 2020 Business of the Year Awards. Now, before we do that, I want to tell you a little bit about what you can expect. We're going to be unveiling 5 different videos throughout the show. Each of these category videos will feature each of our 3 finalists, and then ultimately we will unveil the winner in each category of our 2020 Business of the Year Awards. So please sit back, relax, enjoy getting to know all of these businesses, and congratulations again to all of our finalists. First up, we have our category of not-for-profit organization with under 50 employees. To present our first award, let's welcome Alicia Dix from the Community Foundation.
Hi, I'm Alicia Dix, President and CEO of the Community Foundation of Herkimer and Oneida Counties. As a past recipient of this award, it is my privilege to announce and introduce this year's finalists. Can't wait for you to meet them. Let's get to know who they are.
Empowered Pathways.
Empowered Pathways.
Empowered Pathways is the merger of two agencies, formerly known as the Peacemaker Program and the Women's Employment and Resource Center. And both agencies have been around 25 and 30 years respectively. And so a couple years ago, we came together under the name Empowered Pathways. So the Peacemaker Program is known for being a CDRC, Community Dispute Resolution Center, offers a variety of mediation services, helping folks solve disputes and conflicts, whether that's in court or interpersonally. And the Women's Employment and Resource Center offers job training and placement and support to women who are needing to get back into the workforce.
Oneida County History Center.
Oneida County History Center.
We've been around for quite a long time. We're officially founded in 1876, although we've been at this location since about 1990. And we have a ton of different things for the community. So one of the big draws is we have a large exhibit gallery where we have both some rotating and permanent exhibits, all focused on local history. So not just Utica history, but Oneida County history as well. So we do try to encompass the entire county and touch upon all of our little towns and villages that make us who we are.
YWCA, Mohawk Valley.
YWCA, Mohawk Valley.
We are the experts in the Mohawk Valley on domestics and sexual violence crisis services. So the staff are highly trained, and that is really the meat of what we do. And then of course our mission, which is the YWCA Mohawk Valley is on a mission to eliminate racism, empower women, and promote peace, justice, dignity, and freedom for all.
Congratulations to the 2020 Business of the Year Award winner in the not-for-profit organization with under 50 employees category. And the winner is the YWCA Mohawk Valley.
The pandemic and the lockdown has stressed otherwise maybe not good relationships. So we have been increasingly busy. When it first started and we first locked down, it was a little quiet for a couple of weeks, and then it really started to build from there. So in the last 6 months, we have seen an increase in demand for our services of 30%, and we are trending to be up 50% in requests for services, over 1,300 new DV clients just since March. So those are really staggering numbers, and yet we have managed it. The staff have been working around the clock like we always do, and we have been able to help every single person that has come to us. I am proud of the staff because they are really the heart of the YWCA, and every single day they live in crisis with victims, and they help them go from crisis victims to survivors. So I am really proud of them. And during this year, I would say it's the fact that in the middle of a pandemic, in the middle of all of that crisis, we launched a text and chat line so that people in the community, it's primarily women, it's primarily gender-based, but we are gender neutral, so everybody can come to us for services. But we launched a text and chat line in June, and it's been wonderful because if you can imagine, if you're in a domestic violence situation and you're stuck at home, how are you going to call someone? Your abuser might be right there in the next room, but you can text us and you can chat with us live online. If you're in crisis, what we would tell someone is, are you safe? So if you are not feeling safe, call 911, of course. And if not, you call our hotline, which is 315-797-7740. And that is also, you can also text to that line, as I said earlier. We are having an epidemic and a crisis of domestic violence and sexual assault against women in our country, in our community, in our very own community. So for us to be aware of that and be talking about it and be in this together, that's really, if I can get any message out there that today, that's the message that I really want people to take away, which is know what we do and talk about what we do to people who you think might need our help, because as I said, you could save a life and or at least get someone to a better place. We just launched a Men Together last week. It is a primary prevention program for young men and boys. And it is a program that teaches boys about how their behaviors and how their maybe non-healthy masculinity affects women and girls. And it really engages men in the solution, right? Men, the solution and the end to domestic violence ends with men, right? So we have to engage the wonderful, solid men in our community that are, and there are thousands and hundreds of thousands of these people out there that are just wonderful men and true leaders to join us in this messaging about a Men Together, so we can fix this in our community. We have the highest rate of domestic violence in New York State, other than downstate, other than New York City. What if, because of this program, because the community is getting involved with us in a Men Together, what if Mohawk Valley becomes the safest place for women and girls in New York? What if that, right? So that's what excites me, is that can we change that paradigm of a 30% increase in domestic violence this year to a 50% decrease later on, because we have changed the paradigm and the projection of violence against women. So that's what we're excited about.
Congratulations, Diane, and the entire team at YWCA Mohawk Valley. Coming up, we'll unveil our winner in our not-for-profit over 50 employees category. Stay tuned.
Every story starts somewhere. To the ones who imagine the extraordinary. For those who work hard and dream harder. When the promise of the future has you willing to take a risk. We share that same vision. Start your story here. Bank with Utica.
At New York Sash, family is everything, and it's how we treat our customers too.
So if you need windows, siding, or a bathroom, we'll get you the best products and we'll do the job right, because that's how you treat family.
It's about pride. We're proud of our work and this community, and we're dedicated to making it a better place for our family and yours.
And if you ever need us, trust us to be here, ready to help, because that's our promise when we say,
let our family take care of your family.
Business Solutions of New York congratulates the Greater Utica Chamber's 2020 Business of the Year Award finalists and winners. To learn more about Business Solutions of New York, visit www.centerstateceo.com/about-us/partners-programs/business-solutions-NY.
Disruption Network is proud to produce the Greater Utica Chamber's Leveling Up podcast. The D offers podcasting and live streaming webcast studio services, video production services, and a variety of new media advertising opportunities. Visit disruptionnetwork.net to learn more and check out our other shows and podcasts.
Hospice and Palliative Care proudly supports the Greater Utica Chamber's 2020 Business of the Year Awards. To learn more about hospice and palliative care, visit www.hospice.org. This is the 2020 Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Awards. Here's your host, Executive Director of the Chamber, Megan McGrogan.
Next up is our category of not-for-profit organization with over 50 employees. Now let's hear from our presenter, Anna D'Ambrosio from Munson Williams Proctor Arts Institute, and unveil our winner.
Hello, I'm Anna D'Ambrosio, President and CEO of Munson Williams Proctor Arts Institute. As a past recipient of this award, it is my privilege to introduce this year's finalists. For Munson Williams employees, winning this award last year was a meaningful recognition of the culture we build every day at the office and of our dedication to this community. Congratulations to all the finalists for making it this far.
Hospice and Palliative Care.
Hospice and Palliative Care.
Hospice has been around for approximately 45 years in the community. We serve all of Oneida, Herkimer, and Madison counties. And we provide quality end-of-life care to patients who are suffering with serious illness or terminal illness in the community. We've served approximately 1,000 patients across 3,700 square miles this year.
The House of the Good Shepherd.
The House of the Good Shepherd.
We offer a wide array of services for children and families in the community. We have residential services, community-based services, for about 400 children and families throughout the Mohawk Valley, and then all the way up to Watertown as well. So we provide child welfare, behavioral health, educational services. We're probably mostly known for foster care, but that foster care is a wide spectrum of what we do.
Utica College!
Utica College.
We were founded in 1946 on Oneida Square. We are an anchor institution in Utica. We love being here and being able to support the local community with educational programs across the spectrum.
And the winner of the 2020 Business of the Year Award in the not-for-profit organization with over 50 employees is, may I have the envelope, please? Utica College.
We believe in marrying our mission as an institution to the market, so we very much are involved in economic development and being part of the economic engine in the Mohawk Valley. We think that is very important. It's important for our students. It's important for everyone who lives here. So it's important to our businesses. So again, as you said, we're here to educate students. We're offering master's and undergraduate degrees and a few doctoral programs. They are across all kinds of spectrums. So they're in our business and justice studies schools. We have our arts and sciences school, and we have our health professions and education school. So we're here to make sure people have social mobility and they're able to reach their dreams. In March, when we had to flip entirely to online learning here at Utica College, it was a really smooth transition for us, Megan, because we've been really at the forefront of online learning since about 2003 here at Utica. So the transition for us, I think, was a lot less complicated than it was for a lot of institutions. So that was really, really good. But it was a challenge, and everyone that works here, all of our students, they really rose to the occasion and rose to that challenge. And we finished last year operationally very strong. Utica made the decision early on that we were going to invest $1 million this semester in testing, in our testing operation. We've invested money in isolation rooms for students, and thank goodness we haven't had to use a lot of that space. We've invested significant money in our campus safety operation, making sure that if you come on campus, you're supposed to be here, really controlling kind of the flow of traffic here on campus. And all of those things together have made for a successful semester so far. We have a very low positivity rate. Our students have been tremendous. I couldn't be more proud of what Utica has been able to do and how it's been able to continue to contribute to the vibrancy of the Mohawk Valley. There's a recent study that came out, and only about 6% of colleges and universities across the country are testing every faculty and staff member and a student every week. And we are one of those schools that's doing that. Again, it's a significant investment for us. But we take that safety precaution very, very seriously here. It was important for us to test, to find the cases, to isolate the cases. And in every case, we've been able to stop so far any community spread within our campus community. But I believe that Utica will be a model for how to do it. And I say that boldly, and I say that very proudly. Our faculty is working hard on program development. And again, it's part of that. How do we marry what Utica College does really well with the market and what the needs are from an economic development perspective? That has been terrific. We know that we're going to have a new hospital built, and we're saying, okay, how can we help that project, right? That's what we do here. It's really saying, all right, what do we need? What do we need to do? What do our students need to do? And again, it all is about graduating, having a degree, having the ability to have social mobility. That's what we want for our students, and that's what we're focused on. I'm so proud that our campus community has come together, and not just come together to survive a year, but still has their eyes focused on the future. If you drive by Utica, you see some changes around COVID, but you also see we're building a science center. We're going forward. We know there will be a world post-COVID, and we're going to be ready for that world. So what I'm most proud of is people who are getting through today, but also know that we have to be focused on tomorrow. And that takes a lot of time and energy and dedication to do that, especially right now, where we all find ourselves. So I am particularly proud of that. We consider this year to be a hiccup year in normalcy, and we're planning already to get back at it and to make sure that once we are past COVID, and we will be past COVID someday, that we can say we came through it with flying colors, and we're actually going to be stronger on the other end.
Congratulations to President Casamento and to everyone at Utica College. Coming up, we'll get into our for-profit categories, but before we do that, let's hear from some of our show sponsors and a special message from our chair of the board, Daria Helmer. We hope you're enjoying the show.
Hi, I'm Daria Helmer from Gilroy, Kernan & Gilroy, the chair of the board of directors for the Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce. It's been my pleasure to serve in this position for the past 2 years. As my term comes to an end, however, I'm proud of what our organization has accomplished, especially during 2020, responding to the immediate needs of the community. To find out how we supported our businesses and expanded our local partnerships this year, please check out our website, greateruticachamber.org. Congratulations to all of our finalists and best wishes for a prosperous 2021.
There are storms, then there are storms. With the News Channel 2's Storm Tracker 2 team, you can be ready for both. Using live Doppler radar, we see storms first, which means you get alerted first. And if that wasn't enough, we break it down city by city, street by street, until the threat is gone, so you'll know when they hit and how bad they'll get. The Storm Tracker 2 team gives you much more than just the weather. The Storm Tracker 2 team, where we track storms.
Total Solutions proudly supports the Greater Utica Chamber's 2020 Business of the Year Awards. To learn more about Total Solutions, visit TotalSolutions.com.
For 35 years, the Rising Phoenix Holdings family of companies, including Adjusters International and Tidal Basin, have been helping governments, businesses, and homeowners prepare for and recover from disasters. We're proud to be expanding our operations right where we started in Utica, New York.
Excellus Blue Cross Blue Shield Utica Region congratulates the Greater Utica Chamber's 2020 Business of the Year Award finalists and winners. To learn more about Excellus Blue Cross Blue Shield, visit www.excellusbcbs.com. The House of the Good Shepherd congratulates the Greater Utica Chamber's 2020 Business of the Year Award finalists and winners. To learn more about the House of the Good Shepherd, visit www.hgs-utica.com. You're watching the 2020 Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Awards. Once again, here's Megan McGrogan.
Would you like to get to know all of our finalists a little bit better? Well, before we get into our next category, I'm going to tell you how you can do that. Head on over to greateruticachamber.org and check out our Leveling Up podcast. Leading up to tonight's show, we have featured all of our finalists on different episodes. So please take a minute and go check that out. Now, let's get into our for-profit categories. And first up, we have our for-profit business with under 50 employees. Let's hear from our presenter, Big Mike Morrell from Total Solutions.
Everybody, it's Big Mike from Total Solutions here to introduce you to this year's finalists in the Business of the Year. I'm super excited to be here as a recipient of that award from 2019. It was a great honor for us. And it's a great honor to see such high caliber components, companies involved here with us because our community is actually the pride and joy of what makes upstate in the Utica area so good. So without any further ado, let's get to meet who they are.
Greenscapes Garden Center and Landscape Company.
Greenscapes, Garden Center and Landscaping Company.
So we are a garden center, a retail garden center, and we also do landscape installation. So you can come into the garden center and buy trees and shrubs and vegetables, fruit trees, anything you want for gardening or landscaping. And then if you're not so much of a DIYer and you want to have someone do it for you, we have professional landscape crews that can come to your house and install everything for you. And before that's even done, we do have a landscape design service as well.
M.A. Polsey Consulting Incorporated.
Well, M.A. Polsey's been around for about 22 years. I started the company in 1998. We are a managed information technology and cybersecurity company. That's it, short and sweet. There's a lot that we do, a lot of technology that we handle, but at the end of the day, that's what we are.
Staffworks.
We're a full-service staffing company, so we provide everything from temporary to direct placement, from large business to small business, from office help to manufacturing. Anywhere that there are employees, there is a niche market for Staffworks.
Congratulations, Staffworks.
The Utica area gave me my start in business. I started here with 2 people in a small office, and there wouldn't be a Staffworks, a regional Staffworks in Corning and Binghamton and Norwich and Syracuse and Oneonta and Utica, Herkimer, Rome. There wouldn't be all those branch offices without our birthplace, Utica, giving us birth. Because all of that basis, the community, those clients, gave me every dollar to be able to go out and expand and grow and survive. In tough times is when you really meet your muster. And you really see what you're worth from the ground up. And we have never closed a day during COVID. We could not close any of our offices because we are essential workers and that we support food manufacturers, healthcare. We have a lot of clients that are essential clients. And we have a lot of employees that are assigned to those clients. So we couldn't very well retreat when they're all on the front lines and they need services. We had to deliver services to clients, employees, run payroll. What we did do is we limited outside applications to online. So we limited access, but we remained open for everything else. So I'm particularly proud that we got through COVID and we remained open and we helped our clients and our employees get through it. And that was it's really meaningful to us that we were able to do that. We have the Staffworks Fund at the Community Foundation of Herkimer and Oneida counties. We have about $13 million in assets under management there right now. We donate about $500,000 a year. In December of a year, we do a big campaign, the Save a Life campaign. And the mission is to provide help for organizations that serve at-risk animals. And that's the main mission of the Staffworks Fund. However, we do give to human causes too. One of the things I'm getting behind is some support for the new hospital. That's one of our recent human causes. But our campaign coming up in December is once a year. Last year, we had 29 organizations in 13 counties. We raised $1.8 million. And it's a matching campaign. All these groups go out to their donor list, their communities, raise money, and we match it. And this year we have, we're not even done yet. And we have 39, over 40 organizations that will be participating. So it's growing exponentially every year, which means it's successful. So we not only give money and grants, but we help organizations raise money. One thing I want to say is that I'm extremely proud to be part of the business community in the Mohawk Valley. We have such a cross segment of local, homegrown, historically, multi-generational businesses, as well as others that come into the area, small, large, and I'm proud of that. So kudos to you.
Thank
and
you.
Your team and my fellow chamber members and my fellow nominees in this award. Thank you all so very much.
A big congratulations to Anita Vitullo and the entire team at Staffworks. Coming up, we'll get into our for-profit business with over 50 employees category. But before we do that, let's hear a special message from our county executive, Tony Picenti, and a few messages from our community partners.
Hi, I'm Oneida County Executive Anthony Picenti. Normally, we'd all be together celebrating the Business of the Year awards, but this year is a particularly difficult one for all of us. Our local businesses have struggled, but have come through with flying colors because of this community and because of the people involved in all of them. We celebrate tonight the winners of the Business of the Year awards and congratulate each and every one of you, and also to all of the businesses of this community who have done an outstanding job throughout this crisis. Let us remember them as we go into the new year, and remember to shop local and support those businesses because they are the backbone of this community. God bless you, and Happy New Year to all of you.
Let's take the pledge.
The Staffworks Save a Life campaign is dedicated to improving animals' lives. Through December 31st, donate to any of the 38 participating animal care organizations, and Staffworks will match the first $10,000 for each one. Plus, we'll give additional cash incentives to make your donations go further. Each organization can receive up to $30,000 from Staffworks. Last year, we raised $1.8 million. Give now at staffworkscny.com/savealife.
Researchers at the Masonic Medical Research Institute are trying to understand and combat some of the world's worst ailments, including heart disease, diabetes, obesity, lupus, autism, and even COVID. To find out more information about MMRI, please log on to mmri.edu.
Gaetano Construction congratulates the Greater Utica Chamber's 2020 Business of the Year Award finalists and winners. To learn more about Gaetano Construction, visit www.gaetanoconst.com.
Hi, I'm Kelly Blazowski, President of Oneida County Tourism, here to say congratulations to all the finalists of the 2020 Greater Utica Business of the Year Awards. It's businesses small and large that make our communities such a great place to live and work. We have amazing attractions, worldwide recognized attractions, wonderful culinary options, 4 seasons to enjoy. But really, it's the warm and wonderful people that live and work here that make it such a great destination. So thank you to everyone. Congratulations to the finalists and the winners from Oneida County Tourism.
Welcome back to the 2020 Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Awards. Once again, here's Megan McGrogan.
Before I turn it over to our next presenter, I want to take a minute to give a special thank you to the Chamber's Platinum investors. They are Gilroy, Kernan & Gilroy, Mohawk Valley Health System, and Staffworks. Without your investment in our organization, we simply would not be able to provide the services that we do for our business community. So thank you so much for your continued support. Now, let's get on to our next category, for-profit business with over 50 employees. I'll turn it over to our next presenter, Ron Caccaro from Rising Phoenix Holdings Corporation. Ron, take it away.
Hi, I'm Ron Caccaro, Executive Chairman of Rising Phoenix Holdings Corporation. As a past recipient of this award, it is my honor and pleasure to introduce this year's finalists. Congratulations to all of them for making it this far. Now let's find out who they are. Casa Imports.
My family started it in 1975. 3 brother-in-laws, honestly, where they're all from Italy or overseas. Each one of them came over to basically New York City, and actually my dad and my Uncle Phil, they met in high school. My Uncle Phil ended up coming to the Utica area. We did have some family here, and he started a pizzeria with a friend of his. He found out this business, this importing business, which was Bonomo's, was going for sale. So he called up my dad, and he said to my dad, he's like, you want to do this business? It's distributing for pizzerias. basically the way that it started off way back when was 7 employees and mozzarella, flour, just your basic things that you need for a pizzeria. Many years later now, we're a full line.
Northland Communications.
Northland Communications.
We're a local alternative to a Spectrum or a Verizon. So third generation family business, started in central New York, Holland Patton, New York, back in 1905. Fast forward to the early 80s, my dad, Jerry McCarthy, he started Northland Telephone, which was the first long distance telephone company in New York State. And from there, we've just evolved to where we are today, 105 employees. We have a very robust fiber network throughout the central New York region with offices in Holland Patton, Utica, Syracuse, and just an amazing team of people that, you know, their number one focus is just making sure that our customers are successful.
Standard insulating.
For those of you that don't know what standard insulating is we obviously insulate homes and commercial buildings and pretty much anything that needs insulation. But we also are a heating and air conditioning company as well. That started for us about 3 years ago. So it was something really nice to incorporate in people's home comfort and being able to offer a whole house solution. But standard insulating actually started in 1928. And my family purchased the business in 1980. So actually this was really exciting for us because we crossed over 50 employees last year. So we started off as a very small business. When I joined the company 20 years ago, there was less than 20 of us, and we kind of stayed that way. And so we've built the company, and last year, just the beginning of the year, we crossed over 50 employees. So, and currently we're just over 60. So it's a really exciting time for us.
And the winner of the 2020 Business of the Year Award in the category for-profit businesses with over 50 employees is Northland Communications.
You know, looking back, I mean, we realized that we actually were ready for this pandemic, and not knowing that it was coming, and certainly, you know, having the technology. But, you know, we've been working really, really hard over the last few years of just having a really solid vision of doing the right things, and, you know, about just really being present and just having a great team. You know, in the beginning, I'll be honest, it was scary. You didn't know what was happening from one day to the next. We had so many customers, some that were enabled to work remotely, and we were able to spin them up on the fly. But as we really got into, you know, maybe day two or three, we realized there was quite a few businesses that, you know, they needed to stay in business, but they couldn't go into their offices, and what were they going to do? So we made a decision to offer our remote worker tools, the licenses, for free. And we did that for, I believe it was somewhere over 3,000 end users. So 3,000, you know, workers in central New York were able to work safely from their homes. They were able to, you know, work behind a laptop, and as if they were right in their office. It was, you know, it was the right thing to do, but it was an amazing experience watching our team members. I mean, I knew pre-COVID that we have really amazing people at Northland, but watching these groups of like departments that were flowing into others and answering phones and I mean, just working through the night, because, you know, we had a suicide prevention line 24/7 that could not be down. But that was a group of people in a small room answering phones, which couldn't happen. So we made some miracles happen and had those folks, you know, up and running by Saturday morning when the call came in Friday afternoon. And I want to share one other piece that I don't think a lot of people know. My brother, Jim McCarthy, who is the CEO of Northland, he's kind of a under the radar guy. He became the chairman of the New York State Telephone Association this year. And that was something that was really important to my father, our father, Jerry McCarthy. And, you know, becoming the president of the New York State Telephone Association is a really big deal. It's a great resource for Central New York, for customers, for any businesses that are trying to navigate through such a crazy time. They're about to celebrate their 100th anniversary next year. He's also heavily involved with the U.S. Telecom Association. So, we're talking about rural broadband issues. We're talking about, kids that, have to work or have to go to school remotely or in a hybrid situation. These are issues that he's at the table for. So I'm really proud of him. He's just done an amazing job. And I want the Central New York community to know that, we have a seat at the table for all of you. This is where it all began. These are our roots. So to be honored locally is amazing. And I mentioned my dad. I mean, this would have been a big deal for him. So I'll do it without getting choked up.
Congratulations to the McCarthy family and to the whole team at Northland Communications. Now don't go anywhere, because coming up next, we're going to get to know our young professionals group, Catalyst. Not only will they be presenting our last award, they're also going to tell you about a great event we have coming up this Thursday. Let's just say it involves a guy in a big red suit, a jolly old smile, and you definitely want to be on his nice list. So stay with us.
My name is Jim McCarthy. I'm the president of Northland Communications, founded in 1905, and we're a third-generation business. And what we're looking to build at Northland is more than just installing phone lines or internet connections or phone systems. It's about doing what my father used to talk about, going the extra mile for the customer, make sure we're doing everything we can to position our customers to be successful in developing relationships along the way.
Two-on-one is always on call. Parents, seniors, veterans, caretakers, teens, anyone in need of assistance can dial 211 and be directed to the resources that they need. You can receive help 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
C2C Construction proudly supports the Greater Utica Chamber's 2020 Business of the Year Awards. To learn more about C2C Construction, visit www.c2cconstructionsolutions.com.
It's no secret that 2020 has been a really difficult year for everyone, and the Chamber has launched a couple programs and initiatives that we're particularly proud of to help our community. In the spring, we launched something called Take Out the Virus, where we worked with area business owners to reimburse their employees for shopping local and purchasing takeout from our area restaurants, and it was a really successful program. We then continued on to work with the Community Foundation and the Saranac Brewery to launch something called Feed Our Frontline Families. For that program, we collected donations from area businesses and community members, and then we took that money and purchased gift cards to our area restaurants and donated them to frontline workers so they could put food on their tables. Now, those two programs together injected over $195,000 back into our local businesses, and it put over 4,000 meals on tables throughout the greater Utica area. Again, we are so proud of these initiatives and the impact they had for our community. Lastly, we launched something called Shop Oneida County Small Business Week, and that was a great program that we partnered with many area organizations on, and we were really excited to have that make an impact as well. Again, you can check out information on all of these at greateruticachamber.org, and while you're there, we would also ask that you check out how you can support the Chamber so we can continue to do this work for our community. Memberships start at $250 if you're a business or organization. We would encourage you to check out information about all of our membership levels, and you can also support us by sharing our news in the community. So thank you for your support of our Chamber, and we hope you're enjoying the show this evening.
Visions Hotels proudly supports the Greater Utica Chamber's 2020 Business of the Year Awards. To learn more about Visions Hotels, visit www.visionshotels.com.
If you're starting or moving a business, you'll find everything you need here in the Mohawk Valley, one of the truly amazing regions in New York State. We have the people, the resources, the educational institutions, and recreational opportunities that are not only great for your business, but also for you, your workers, and your family. Come and join us. We'll work with you, and we'll welcome you.
Welcome back to the 2020 Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Awards. Once again, Here's Megan McGrogan.
Last up is our Catalyst Rising Business category. Now, this is a special category that was introduced by our Catalyst Young Professionals group several years ago. They really wanted to find a way to recognize young businesses. Now, when we say young businesses, we're not talking about the business owners. We're talking about the business itself, being in business for 0 to 5 years. Now, let's just take a minute to pause to think about what that means in 2020. Wow, I mean, if they've made it through this year, I think they're going to make it. So let's just take a minute to give them a huge round of applause for making it through a really tough year in the beginning of their business. So let's get to know a little bit more about Catalyst, and then we'll get into the award.
My name is Stephen Turnbull. I'm the chairperson for the Catalyst Group. The Catalyst Group is the young professional group of the Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce. If you're 40 and under and the business that you work for is a member of the chamber, you're automatically a member of Catalyst. There's many different ways to be involved with the Catalyst Group. We have 3 main committees under our group. One's the membership committee, where you can learn how to get involved with the group, help grow our group, and help get new members in the door. We also do a lot with events. We have 2 main events throughout the year, the Jingle Jam and the barbecue, and we do some small events throughout the year. And then the third big committee we have is our Community Action Task Force, and that's our volunteer arm of the committee. We do many things on an annual basis as well as a monthly basis for volunteering. So you may be wondering how to get involved with the Catalyst Group. The main way is to like our Facebook page, The Catalyst Group. That's where most of our correspondence happen. Also, make sure to subscribe to the chamber emails because our information goes out weekly through the chamber emails, and when you're a chamber member, you'll be subscribed to those.
Hey all you Jingle Jammers, there's still time to donate $20 per household for the Jingle Jam. That $20 donation gets you a virtual link and a stocking filled with Christmas cookies, reindeer food, swag, and all the holiday cheer you so desire.
That's right, Clark, the gift that keeps on giving. And for the kids, there's still time to donate $10 to visit with our old friends Santa and Mrs. Claus. We'll also be reading 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, naturally, Jingle Jam style.
So if this all sounds good to you, visit the Chamber's website at greateruticachamber.org to donate. The 6th annual Jingle Jam is going to be a virtual winter wonderland that you're not going to want to miss. So join us this Thursday, December 17th at 6 p.m.
So don't be a Krampus. Get your cocoa, your favorite Christmas cocktails, remember your ugly sweaters, your favorite Jingle Jammies, and they're all acceptable and encouraged to be with us at this virtual event.
So jingle all the way and donate today.
Ho, 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 ho. Hope to see you at Jingle Jam 2020.
That's a sure way to get on the nice list.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Stephen Turnbull from Turnbull Insurance, and I'm the chair of the Catalyst Group. I am super excited to be here on behalf of the Catalyst Group. We hope you'll join us at our 6th annual Jingle Jam this Thursday. And now to present our Catalyst Rising Business Award, Anthony Z. Donaldson.
Good evening, everybody. Anthony Donaldson here from Disruption Network, recipient of the 2019 Catalyst Rising Business of the Year Award. And I get the distinct privilege of announcing this year's finalist for the 2020 Catalyst Rising Business of the Year Award. Let's get to meet our finalists.
Climb Chiropractic Sports Health.
Climb Chiropractic Sports Health.
Originally, when we started, we kind of just had chiropractic, as that's what we are by trade. But we both have different backgrounds and have different interests outside of just spinal manipulation. And we wanted to bring those services in because to us, adjustments help, but they don't help everybody and they're not appropriate for everybody. So we do a lot of other things in-house as well.
Ramon's Bakery.
Ramon's Bakery.
We do everything from donuts, cakes, pies, breads, rolls. We offer deli-style lunches, meatloaf mashed potatoes. We do pasta fazool, mac salad, all the different sorts of foods there. We offer a new item called the kolache, which is a Czech pastry, Czech breakfast item actually. So we're always trying to do something new, trying to bring something new to the area.
Upstate Empire Fitness.
Simply, we could just say we're a gym, but I think anybody you talk to who works here, works out here, has
been here can tell you that it's so much more than that. We have created this amazing community with the help of everybody who's here. It's a place, again, to improve your health and wellness, but beyond that, you know, building these community ties, having a place to call home, a place to socialize where you can be safe. It's so much more than just a gym, but it is a gym, and a pretty good gym at that, if I do say so myself.
And the winner is Climb Chiropractic Sports Health.
My name's Ashley Moody. My partner is Nicholas Unkst, and we opened Climb Chiropractic about 3 years ago. Obviously, during quarantine, we were closed, so we weren't able to actually physically treat patients. So that gave us an opportunity to kind of step back from the day-to-day business, and we were able to look and see what else can we offer people and how can we help them during this time without actually touching them. So that gave us the opportunity to make all these different videos, and it gave me the opportunity to sit down and put together ideas and programs and, you know, how do I want to correct this issue? How do I want to work with somebody on this? And it was able to just make it all happen. So for me, that was one very positive thing that came out of quarantine, is that we had a little bit of time to look at our business from a different viewpoint, restructure, get new ideas, and connect with our patient base and our community in a different way. We are doing really, really well right now. We're extremely fortunate. The phone is ringing, which is good.
That's good.
We are up and running full swing. We're growing, which is pretty amazing. We actually just had our biggest numbers, I would say, for October of being open in general, which is pretty awesome with everything going on in the world. We're feeling very fortunate and very blessed that our business was able to get back started, up and running, and that we're able to operate at our full capacity, which is really great. I would say something like for us that we're proud of was just being able to maintain our community throughout COVID. Honestly, like being able to connect with our patients still, being able to talk with them, sending emails. I actually started a newsletter. So I was trying to think of ways to let people know that they're not alone. We're all going through this together. And I think as humans that we really need to have connection. We're pack people, you know? So through my newsletters, I kind of shared personal stories, really either ones in my past or new things that I was learning, and just kind of gave people a little bit of a picture into what our day-to-day was at that time, and, you know, things that are going well, things that I'm struggling with. And I had a lot of positive response from that. Like people were saying like, it's nice to know I'm not alone. I feel the same way, or wow, you seem so happy and like positive in your day to day. It's nice to know that you do have some down days too, you know. You just do your thing every day and you're grinding and you're going forward and just trying to help people and do the best that you can every day. And it's just very, very, very heartwarming to be recognized for our work within our business. I've had a lot of patients lately. It's their first time going to a chiropractor. And everyone's a little bit nervous because there's all these crazy YouTube videos and all these loud sounds that are made. And I've had some patients that are very pleasantly surprised that they've overcome their fear of chiropractic. Whether you decide to choose to come to us or one of the other great chiropractors in the area, just go and do something good for yourself. Know that there's options out there so that you can be in a better place in your body and your mind.
Congratulations to Nick and Ashley from Climb Chiropractic Sports Health. Now stay with us because coming up, we're going to wrap up the show by congratulating all of our winners and by hearing a few more messages from our show sponsors. Do you need a logo or website for your new small business? Have big ideas but don't have a graphic designer on staff? McGrogan Design is here to help, specializing in beautiful logos, affordable websites, and monthly graphic design services. McGrogan Design, fast, affordable, local graphic design. Visit mcgrogandesign.com or check us out on Facebook or Instagram to get started.
Galaxy Media Partners proudly supports the Greater Utica Chamber's 2020 Business of the Year Awards. To learn more about Galaxy Media Partners, visit www.galaxymedia.com. GPO Federal Credit Union congratulates the Greater Utica Chamber's 2020 Business of the Year Award finalists and winners. To learn more about GPO Federal Credit Union, visit www.gpofcu.com.
Staffworks is at work in every part of our community, helping power your success by finding the right people to fit your needs. When you partner with Staffworks, you work with an experienced recruiting team who understand your industry and the challenges of finding the right fit, putting thousands of people to work every day, from entry-level manufacturing to high-level professional services. Together, we're building careers and growing organizations. Put Staffworks to work for you.
Utica College congratulates the Greater Utica Chamber's 2020 Business of the Year Award finalists and winners. To learn more about Utica College, visit www.utica.edu. Welcome back to the 2020 Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Awards. Once again, here's Megan McGrogan.
As our special comes to a close, I want to congratulate all of the 2020 winners of our Business of the Year Awards. Again, they are YWCA Mohawk Valley, Utica College, Staffworks, Northland Communications, and Climb Chiropractic Sports Health. Congratulations to you all on this well-deserved honor. I also want to thank our presenting sponsor for this evening, Staffworks, and all of our other sponsors of the event. Without your support, we would not have been able to produce this show. Speaking of producing the show, I have a few special thank yous. I would first off like to thank Katie Riley from New York Sash and CMY Open House. This was Katie's idea to do this show, and boy, Katie, was it a good one. So thank you so much for your support. And I also want to thank Scott Hayes and Matt Barbuto, also from CMY Open House and New York Sash. They helped produce the show this evening, and it really is an amazing show. So thank you to all three of you. I also want to thank Steve McMurray from WKTV, who has given us the airtime tonight. And Steve is also the chair of our Publicity and Events Council, so I would also like to thank that council for their support. And last but certainly not least, I would like to thank my staff member, Angela Militello, for helping us put the show on. So thank you to all of you for your support in putting on this great televised special for the first time ever in Chamber history. Now, a couple calls to action for you. Please go on our website and check out greateruticachamber.org. There you will find all kinds of information about our organization. Please, if you're not a member and you're a business or organization, consider supporting us by joining the Chamber. And if you're a community member, please just stay up to date on all of our news and how we're helping the business community. Please, when you're shopping this holiday season, and really all the time, shop local. Support all of our area businesses and organizations. If there was ever a time they need you now. Order out, look at places for gifts. Just think however you go about your daily life, how can I be supportive of my community? These are jobs we need to keep here, and we need to keep these businesses' doors open. So thank you so much for watching. It has been a pleasure to be your host this evening. Again, congratulations to everybody, and thank you all for your support. Have a very safe and happy holidays, and we hope for a very healthy and prosperous 2021. Have a good evening.